Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're doing our one team versus all against Monkey D. Garp and the 10-star Xeno. So, taking on strength first, as you guys saw in the prep video, that's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, this particular team, it's not exactly super buildable, per se, like in quotation marks. It does use a lot of exclusive characters. We have Super Sugo Nami, we have Super Sugo Yamato, we have the Kazuna Legend of Ace and Sabo. The other two units, though, Kid and Law, are free to play, as well as Arena Luffy. We have a bunch of supports that help us out here as well. And this particular team is more designed for you guys to be doing bigger damage as a one-team versus all and kind of get you further. I did see some stuff with Shanks' crew as a more accessible build or buildable team. Which can definitely help you out in the earlier stages. But this particular team, like I said, it is designed for bigger damage at the back end. So if you have it, it is going to get you very far, very quickly, because you can do some big damage against those higher 30 plus, easy, like 50 to 60 to 70 pluses with this particular team, especially if you have Nami, Super 10, and level 5. If you don't, like, you're not going to be doing as much damage, but you can still do bits. On stage 2 of this particular fight, we're going to use Kid and Law, and we're going to use Luffy. Luffy sets defense to 0, which is great. Get around that defensive buff. We have the support of Jozu on Ace Sabo to remove attack down. And then we have the chain boundary for 3 turns with Kid and Law. On the final stage, to get around the bind, we have Ace Sabo. We also have the extra support of Rayleigh to just help out once that hits 6 turns. But Ace Sabo removes 5. Very, very nice of them. Plus, they are a quick unit, which is definitely helping out with the type advantage against Garp, because we have 3 Dex units. And Markano and Whipsight hit with type advantage, which is great, but having that extra unit to hit works very nicely. Chopper support on Nami can remove threshold. Nami superclass can remove more threshold, so that way once it hits 6 turns, we can actually get around that. Super, super nice there. I don't know if this one actually has it, but eventually it will. Yamato gives us Wano orbs and tandem slots to help with the super tandem, do more damage with Wano. And then from there, we're pretty much hunky-dory. Ace Sabo does need to be in the bottom right-hand corner, though, which is a little bit sucky, because ideally you'd want them to get Wano orbs here. But nevertheless, we can do a lot of damage. Thanks to Mr. 3-2, we actually get the extra 50% with Yamato. So, works pretty nicely. On to the next variation. Alright, so the next variation is Dex. And once again, the team looks a little bit like this. No changes, obviously, to one team versus all. Like what are you talking about, son? For this particular variation, I can't exactly remember like what all these variations do. But something I wanted to talk about is you really want to build up your stars or your assist boosts with your alliance members early. So make sure you guys are doing the suicide strat, saving each other, build up your alliance boost. So that way, as you guys saw there, I actually got a 1.2 boost when I am doing these assists, or when I am doing my own runs, so that way I'm doing more damage. So very important that you work with your team members, even for your 10-star runs. On the Dex variation against Sabo, there is 5 turns of resilience and 2 turns of damage reduction. That's where Kid Law is so good, because not only can you use the support of Beppo, Sanji, Penguin to get around the damage reduction, but you can use their special to get around the around the resilience. Normally, double Markano would be the play there, but utilizing these guys under a striker or cerebral captain works a treat. Plus, Ace Sabo actually give you color affinity on their switch, which is nice because then Markano actually hits very hard, because Markano will have color affinity on every single stage. On the final stage against Garp, there will eventually, after level 30, be 6 turns of threshold, so Chopper and Nami superclass take care of that. There's bind on your middle row, which will eventually crack to 6 turns, and I'm pretty sure you get 5 turns of despair later on after level 30 as well. So a lot of annoying shenanigans, but Ace Sabo, with the support of Rayleigh on Luffy, will actually get around the bind and the despair. Markano and Whipslat is color affinity. They rotate the bomb orbs into matching. Nami is going to take care of that threshold for us with her superclass and the chopper support. She's also giving us base stats, chain boosting, and conditional. And then finally, Luffy is doing absolutely nothing on this team. Oh, sorry, Yamato though. Yamato gives us tandem orbs. Yamato gives us Wanda slots, and Yamato gives the 50% extra damage with her damage reduction debuff to attack boost. So as you can see, lots and lots of damage there with the super tandem of Nami 2. Like it's a big damage. Like this team's a big damage team. You shouldn't have any issues moving forward with this team. Like moving to the back end of Kazuna, 10-star event, like you should be absolutely fine. I don't see this team struggling one bit. However, like I said, it's not exactly the most accessible, or it's not exactly the most buildable. And might take a little bit to get through those earlier stages. So there might be something else out there that's sort of nice and fast. So make sure to check out the community as well. Make sure to go check out all the content creators, Todd, Chaozu, even some of the little guys like Reaper and OPTC1, all those guys that are sort of building the one team versus alls that don't use the newer characters. Make sure to go check them out. There might be something that's a little bit faster for you. But this team is definitely one you want to come back to if you are looking for high-end sort of assists and a little bit more brain dead in terms of like trying to figure out what you need to do for each particular stage, because you can just slap it on, bring a Markano friend captain, and you will be good to go. On this variation, to remove the special bind and the despair on stage 2, we have Ace Sabo. This is the only time we use Ace Sabo on stage 2. But the beautiful thing about having a Luffy on the team with Ace Sabo is we actually carry the ore buff into the final stage because we get 3 turns of it. Utilizing Kid and Law once again, we get the chain boundary. Works super nicely, and then we can easy kill there. Moving on to the final stage of Garp, we have the chain boundary carryover, we have the tap timing carryover, as well as the orb boost from Ace Sabo. For this particular stage, you get the Psy orbs treated as a 1.0 buff, not as like a positive buff if you have it. There's 5 turns of defense up, 5 turns of threshold, which Nami and Markano Whip Slap will take care of. You can get a full border matching orbs with Yamato. She's our attack booster, she's our damage reduction buff as well. And once again, Luffy like just does nothing for this team. Like, it's so funny that Luffy's just over there for support. The super tandem of Nami and the that one variation where you have to use his special. So that just shows like how much damage output this particular team has just by utilizing the rest of the team. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Make sure to go check out the Marco teams. Make sure to go check out the other buildable teams if you guys are struggling and this team does too much. I'll leave links to them in the comment section, in the description below, because I will be releasing all these videos at the same time. But if you enjoyed the video, about the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the big red subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!